Good afternoon to you. Mark's out of HurricaneTrack.com. It's Wednesday, the 8th day of December 2021. No, there's no hurricanes to worry about, nothing popping up like that. It's the off-season. It's the off-season hurricane outlook and discussion. And I want to talk about something that's going to be interesting coming up. You've seen in the news probably a lot about Denver and surrounding areas that have had very little snow, if any snow, this season. Meteorological winter started on December 1st, and this area has been pretty much without snow. Some in the higher elevations of the Rockies, sure, but that's getting ready to change. So I'm going to talk about this winter storm that's coming. We have a couple of cameras out there that we're going to be able to monitor this from, and I'll show you that in the coming days as this unfolds. And then I've got something very special I want to show you that I'm very proud of. All right, let's get on with it. First, from the National Weather Service, the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center, or Weather Prediction Center as it's called. Talking about this winter storm coming up. The key messages for this first significant storm, December's 9th. I just need to calm down. Singular December 9th through the 11th. December 9th through the 11th. You can tell I'm excited about it. I'm not even going out there for it. I will go out there for a bigger event later on. You can bet on that. But here's what's happening. Significant winter storm going to impact Utah, Colorado ranges tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, North Central Great Plains, Thursday night through Friday, the upper Midwest, Friday into Saturday. A foot of snow, woohoo, for those of you that really want it. It's coming for the Central Rockies, 2 feet possible in the highest terrain. A swath of up to 8 inches is possible in the Wyoming Front Range, northern Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and even central Wisconsin. So that's good if you like winter weather. Of course, winter weather can be dangerous, so difficult travel conditions and disruptions are increasingly likely. This is the negative side to winter weather. Winter weather, I think, gets the sort of the kid in all of us excited, the Jim Cantori, thunder snow lover in every one of us. Some people don't have it, and I get that. That's okay. We can all have our opinions. It's fine, but a lot of people dig the snow, and there's a lot of business and industry, especially in the ski areas, that are built around it. Snowmobiling, cross-country skiing, and then regular old slope skiing, whatever you want to call it. And, the Wasatch Range, the Rockies there. This is an important part of the economy. It helps build snowpack. That leads to fresh water supplies later on during the spring snowmelt. It helps to reduce wildfire. It helps feed the animals in terms of keeping them hydrated. It's just good. We need, water as long as there's not too much of it. And this is one of those situations where we're going to get a winter storm. And it's a big deal because it's been a while. Here it is, December 8th. And, they've had more snow, in Hawaii, which that's not as unusual as it was made out to be. That blizzard up there on Mauna Loa and Mauna Kea. But yes, this is a big deal because it's been a while now and so late in the season. So here's a satellite shot real quick. This is the energy that's coming in right here, and this will eventually migrate in across this region and bring a pretty good swath of snow across this region right through here. And you'll see this on the news, on the Weather Channel, etc., and on our cameras. I'll show you that in just a moment, where you can see that if you want to. And for those of you that are already part of our system, our crowdfunding system, you can have access to these. So this is the GFS from today, the 12Z run, and as we move this forward into time, by the way, this is the area that you're going to want to watch generally right through here. Watch how this fills in with this storm. This is tonight through tomorrow. Storm system slides in northern Nevada, the Sierras, etc., and the western parts of Nevada through a good deal of the high elevations of Utah and into Colorado. All right, there comes the precip. Even some lighter rain down into Arizona and even northwest Mexico. Not a major, huge event, but still enough there that it warrants me talking about it and kind of getting excited about it for you guys that are out there, because, again, you kind of need it. As I talked about, there's a lot of positives to this, and this will slide on out and bring a front down across the southeast where you guys need some rain down here. We're getting it today. Here in Wilmington, we got some rain, and that helped with the drought situation. The La Nina kind of adding to the dry conditions across the southeast here. And so these frontal boundaries do help to bring some precip. All right, so we do have a lot of cameras from our crowd-funded Patreon HurricaneTrack Insider Network. And the two that we're going to really be watching are out here in Colorado. We'll have a third one set up, a remote cam. These are permanent. This is over at Scott's place, the Black Forest area. Scott put together some brackets for our camera systems. He does welding at Pro Wrench Welding. And this is, what a heck of a view. Look at that. Let's just go full screen. I think that's Pikes Peak in the background there. So this will fill up with some snow for sure. Scott's house is at a pretty high elevation there. Beautiful area. I've been there in person. And then this is up at Matt's place. And he's another one of our supporters. He went with me during Hurricane Ida. Sometimes we got to get the Nest system to kind of kick in. There we go. And at Matt's place, we actually have a connected Kestrel. And you see it's 52 degrees. The station pressure is 807 millibars. It's not adjusted to sea level pressure. That's literally the air pressure where he is at Matt's house. So that's 52 degrees. That's going to go down, and we can watch these different stats. But the big thing is the camera view, and this is Matt's neighborhood. You see the brown grass and everything. This is going to be covered in some snow, and we'll take a look at this. Matt also has, by the way, a remote cam that he put together, and he's going to set that up somewhere near the area to see what it looks like out there in and around the Parker, Colorado area. So we'll watch this. We'll feed these over to YouTube for people to watch publicly. Might even show up on the Weather Channel. I'll get in touch with them and let them know about these. But yeah, you're going to get some snow just outside of the Front Range of the Rockies there, and the rest of the vicinity that I showed you earlier. All right, so be ready for that. We will be watching it, and I'll share some of these clips and stuff with you guys across my social media at HurricaneTrack, pretty much anywhere. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm on Instagram, been on there for several years, just hadn't done much with it. Trying to play catch up. But yep, I will post some stuff on Instagram as well. Now, remember this when I was talking about, hey, I want to crowdfund a vehicle? We had the old Chevy Tahoe that was in operation for many years, racking up hundreds of thousands of miles. And we tried to do a campaign where maybe GM or Chevy would donate a vehicle, and nobody responded positively. And you know what? I said, hey, that's fine. I understand. You know, it wasn't in they didn't think it was in the cards for them to do that. So it took a couple of years, but I said, you know what? We'll just do it ourselves. We'll crowdfund it ourselves. So I turned to my patrons, and we were just kind of having some fun with it. The suggestion there from Karen down in Florida. And this is what I like, the input. It's not just the funding, but the input of ideas of how to get things accomplished. And we were kind of joking around, you know, if we raise $1,000, we'll get a mountain bike. If we raise more, we can get, you know, a compact car. And you know, make it fun. You know, people, when you ask them for money, it's uncomfortable. But sometimes it's really fun to donate to something that's awesome. And I think this project is awesome. And apparently a lot of other people do too. And we were able to crowdfund what we accomplished it. So here's what we were talking about. This is the post that I made when I announced it. You know, the crowdfunding campaign starts now. This was back in early November. Fast forward, we raised the money that was necessary, and there it is. I worked with the folks over at Hendrick Motors, or whatever you call it, the auto group. Big name in North Carolina, big name in NASCAR. And we'll blow this up for you. That's Eric, the salesperson. He was very patient with me as I worked through this process. And we crowdfunded a Tacoma. I'm very, very proud of that fact. Here's a little video for you real quick. Kind of embarrassed Eric as I did this. I'll take me away. Do it this way for a second. That's all right, man. You done well, if you don't mind. That's it. Brand new.
Oh, this is nice.
So, guys, this is Eric, and he helped me out big time. Hendrick Toyota in Wilmington, really appreciate the patience to
appreciate that.
I needed to do.
Congrats to Mark on the brand new Tacoma.
Crowdfunded truck,
red
man.
Trim. Woo.
Oh, very cool. And it's like the red and black Hurricane colors.
Nice.
Nice.
You're right here.
Pretty neat, isn't it? I'm very proud of it. Pause it there and X out the video. So that's the power of crowdfunding, and I really appreciate the people that donated. Some people were outside of our Patreon world, and I'm going to put a little placard or whatever, decal on the back of that Tacoma at the first of the year, acknowledging all the people that helped to make this possible. I really appreciate it. That vehicle is going to go on a lot of adventures. We're going to use it for winter storms, out in the Great Plains during the springtime to capture some severe weather as we experiment with some new equipment, some new 4K video techniques using our GoPro cameras. And then, of course, it'll be ready for hurricane season. No, I'm not going to put a bunch of stuff on it. There's no need to. There's no need for an anemometer and a big rack of lights and all that. This is the vehicle to get our equipment where we need it to be and then set it up. We're in the world now where everything is miniaturized and we have all these remote cams. I got that nice truck bed back there. It's about 5 feet. We're going to get one of those hard covers on there that locks everything up. We've got a brand new set of equipment, anemometer, rig systems, a lot of cool stuff to show you going forward. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what crowdfunding can do. I am extremely humbled. I'm extremely proud. I'm proud of the group. We all worked on this together. It's just wonderful. And I wanted to show you this and just show you, this is for us. It's not, the vehicle is in my name, but it is our vehicle. We will all share in the adventures together. And, it is just a remarkable thing. So thanks to everybody that was involved and helped me with advice, etc. along the way. The Tacoma is a good truck. Maybe in 2 or 3 years we can get something bigger, maybe a Tundra, maybe go with a GMC Sierra eventually, a larger truck. But this is a great start, migrating from the old Chevy Tahoe, which is now mothballed, over at one of my friend's shops out in front of his shop at ILM Small Engine Repair. Probably going to end up donating it to one of those charities where you can, like the Cars for Kids or one of the public radio stations where they can come collect your vehicle and they sell it for parts and they can use it to raise some money for a charity. But now we got the Tacoma. I'm very happy about it. And again, thank you all very much. It is wonderful. And we did it. We did it together. All right. So there you go. One day we'll have that out there. Not anytime soon because the weather east of the Rockies is pretty much boring right now. But it's only a matter of time. We got that off-season logo, the snowflake up there. You know what that means. It's only a matter of time until the winter weather will come calling, and we'll be getting out there and covering it for you. But for now, wanted to talk to you about that first significant snow for Denver. That's the headline, the attention-grabbing headline. But as I showed you, it's elsewhere across the West there, the Midwest, etc. So you guys be ready for that. And yes, I know we misspelled the word Wednesday. Maybe that's how they spell Wednesday over in the UK. That's just a joke for Kari, who put this together for me in a hurry. It's not her fault. It's my fault for, hurry, I need a graphic. So I got a hurried graphic. Haste makes waste, right? So that's Wednesday, UK style. That's funny. You got to sometimes laugh at the mistakes. You guys have a great rest of your Wednesday with a D. I am Mark Setta. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with you sometime next week.